Welcome back to PT Time with Tim. I'm Dr. Tim, a licensed physical therapist, and I'm here to provide you with the best physical therapy, exercises, and stretches to treat and prevent common injuries. Millions of people are suffering from posture-related mid and upper back pain, especially now that we have so many people working from home. They have improperly set up work positions, or they just don't have quite the same equipment that they had in the office. And that's affecting their posture, and that's leading to that mid and upper back and even neck pain. I myself experience it in the office whenever I have a bunch of initial evaluations and I'm sitting and I feel this mid back like burning kind of pain that slowly comes on, and then I start to feel pain coming down the backs of both arms and up into my neck. And that's when I know I've been using poor posture for way too long and I need to address it, so it even happens to me. So the absolute first thing that you must do with posture-related back pain is you must address the cause of the pain. You have to, because if you do not address the cause of the pain, I don't care what exercises or what stretches you try to do, it's just going to keep coming back. It's going to be a temporary fix. So you just got to change the cause. You've got to look at your desk setup, or whatever position that you're spending that most time in, where you're kind of leaning forward in that poor position. So we need to address that position first. Our very first exercise is retraining our body on getting into that proper posture position. So it's just a seated scapular retraction. And so you take both hands and place them on your lap, sitting up nice and tall. Squeeze both shoulder blades back and down, pretending like I have a pencil in between my shoulder blades and I'm trying to squeeze it or hold that pencil between those shoulder blades. So notice that my shoulders are not coming up. They're absolutely not coming up into a shrug. We do not want to use this upper trap here. We want those shoulder blades to come back and down. So you can see my shoulders kind of sinking downwards, and I'm feeling that really good squeeze of the muscles in between the shoulder blades activating. I'll hold that for 10 seconds and then I'll relax and I'll do it again, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down, holding for 10 seconds and relax. So we'll do 10 seconds, 10 times, hands stationary on the lap, so don't move your hands. And then do that several times throughout the day. So I usually say like 3 to 5 times throughout the day. And that's really just retraining kind of the neuromotor control, your coordination, retraining the body so that it understands where the proper posture position kind of is. Our next exercise is going to be using a foam roller. So this one's 18 inches long. You can use a 36-inch one. You can use a 12-inch one. It doesn't matter, as long as you just have a nice foam roller. Basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to lie on my back, and it's going to work the thoracic spine. You're going to feel possibly some popping, some of that joint manipulation. All that is just stiffness releasing, so it feels excellent. I love doing this in the morning. Or if I've been sitting in front of the computer too long and I start feeling that mid-back pain, you're going to notice that this one works really, really well for that. So I'm going to lie it down and lay on my back, and then I'm going to wrap my arms, giving yourself a big bear hug. So it's almost like you're trying to touch your shoulder blades. And then you're going to tuck your chin, that protects your neck, and start at just above the shoulder blades and start to roll down the back through that mid-back, stopping about halfway. So you don't want to go too far to the low back because that puts a lot of strain on your low back, so don't go that far. And then just kind of slowly roll back and forth. Try to relax with it. It should feel really good. Then you can roll slightly to your left. So now I'm feeling more pressure on the left side, and that's basically splaying out the muscles that are from the spine to the left shoulder blade. And you'll notice that if you have any trigger points in there, you're going to hit some tender, tight spots in there. So that works those out really well. It helps loosen those muscles up. So kind of roll those out, massage those muscles with it, and then roll to your right so that you get the right side ones as well. And you'll do that for about 5 minutes, taking breaks as necessary. So don't be afraid to just stop and just rest and then go back to it. But I'll spend anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, just depending on how stiff and how tight it feels back there. Our next exercise is one of my personal favorites. It's called a side-lying open book. So if you picture in your mind a book as it opens up, that's practically what we're doing here. So you'll lie on your side, both arms starting out together in front of you, and then you'll rotate the top arm as you rotate your chest open to the ceiling and trying to breathe out and relax on the way over. Now, a lot of you probably won't get nearly as far as I can here. That's totally fine. Totally fine to start with. So you can, so just go to whatever feels good, because you're going to hit a point where there's some stiffness and tightness, and just try to relax and let gravity do most of the work in that position. Hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds and then come back and repeat that. So you're going to repeat that 10 times, and each time you go over, you're trying to get a little bit further. Let gravity help you sink in a little bit more as you breathe out and relax, and then come back. So like I said, 10 repetitions, and then you'll do it both directions. Our next exercise is a more advanced exercise, so don't feel bad if you don't start with this one, but definitely working your way towards this one. So it's called a prone chest lift, and typically I do this lying on the floor, and I'll take a towel or a hand towel and roll it up so that you place it underneath your forehead. Luckily, here I have a nice cutout for my face. So basically you're going to lie on your belly. Both hands are down to your sides with your palms down facing the floor or the table. And at the same time, I'm going to lift my head and chest up while squeezing my shoulder blades together. So I'm coming up to where I'm almost, clearing my chest off the table, squeezing the shoulder blades, pausing for just a couple seconds, and then back down. So I'm trying to keep my head and my thoracic spine, which is your mid-back, in alignment, nice and straight, and back down, lifting both arms up, squeezing those shoulder blades. So you can see that it is a prone chest lift. And you're going to do that for 3 sets of 10. Our next exercise is a dual shoulder external rotation. We'll be using this flat resistance band, so these are easily found online. And all you need to do is cut a small section of it, grab the band with an overhand grip about shoulder width apart, elbows tucked into your sides, so make sure the elbows are about 90-degree bends, because we're going to maintain that 90 degrees. Keep your elbows tucked into your sides while you pull the band apart. So I'm stretching the bands equally to both sides, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together at the same time, pausing and then relaxing. So again, I'm pulling the band apart, squeezing my shoulder blades, and relaxing for 3 sets of 10. We're going to go right into our next exercise with the same resistance band that you used before, except this one's called a horizontal abduction. You'll extend both arms directly in front of you, shoulders down, so don't let them creep up. Keep those shoulders down. Shoulder width apart with the hand grip, and you'll pull the band apart so that the band goes right up to your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then back forward. So you're just stretching the entire band this time, where last time we had our elbows at our sides. But again, you're going to feel most of this on the back sides of the arms and between the shoulder blades. We'll do 3 sets of 10. Our next exercise is going to be using some tools for soft tissue massage, basically. And so whenever you have posture-related pain, as I mentioned before, those shoulder blade muscles, the muscles in your back and your neck, end up tightening up on you, right? Because they're being overused, they tighten up, so we have to get them to relax. The best way to get them to relax is to use one of these things. So you can either use a tennis ball, which is your cheaper option, but my preference is using this high density rubber piece. It's called a massage block, and you can find these online. I absolutely love these to use for myofascial release or soft tissue mobilization. But basically, as you can see, it's kind of a pyramidal shape, and it's got a rounded top and a flat bottom, so it's not going to kind of roll away from you. But like I said, you can use a tennis ball. So you'll place that on the ground, and then you're going to lie on your back. So I'm going to go and put this right on the inside of my shoulder blade. So if I'm feeling a lot of tightness, a lot of tenderness or burning sensation on the in my mid back, I'm going to find that area, and then I'm just going to kind of place it find where it's tender but tolerable. I always say it's got to be tolerable, because if you think of a bullseye, if you went right to the center of the bullseye and you tried to put that on a spot that just sent you through, through the roof, and you're like, I can't even relax on it, then you need to go to the further out on the bullseye to where it's still tender, but it's much more tolerable. And then as it loosens up, you slowly work your way to the center of the bullseye. So right now I'm on the inside of my shoulder blade, and I went hiking yesterday, and so with a pack on, and so I definitely have some trigger points back there. So it feels really good. I'm just going to relax on it, and I'll spend probably a minute or 2 minutes just letting it relax. And as that tenderness and tightness kind of decreases, then I'll shift, find there's another spot. Yep. And then I'll work that spot similarly, and I'll spend 5 to 10 minutes, whatever it takes, on each side, and just kind of blanket that whole area, just making sure you're looking, you're assessing, and like where is it tight, where is it tender, where does it need relaxed and massaged. And so you just kind of do both sides similarly. Thanks for stopping by PT Time with Tim. You'll definitely want to go check out my low back pain stretching video next, as you continue to advance on your pathway to living a pain-free, active, and adventurous lifestyle.